Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. You have arrived to the conversation that'll end all conversations. The Soulcast with your host, Woody Wood.
The Soulcast.
And now, without further ado, let's get in that crazy head. Here's your host, Woody Wood. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is episode 9 of the Soulcast. I have to give a couple of shout outs today. Butch Palmer at Butch Palmer Salon been making my hair look silky smooth. Silky smooth. Thank you, Butch Palmer. Y'all go and see him in Harrisburg on Crawford Avenue. Also, I would like to thank my guest for joining me today, Mr. Paul Knight of Pitballs.
Hey there, Woody. What's up?
What's up?
Not much, man.
Also, we have sitting with us today the lovely Miss Ashlee Starr is hanging out with us today.
Hey, y'all.
Now, I just met Ashlee Starr today for the first time. You know, we're going to get acquainted on the show. That's how you're supposed to, get acquainted with people. So, Paul Knight,
Hello,
what's up?
sir. How
Long time. I've known you for a long time.
Yeah, it's been.
We've been like straight up homies for a minute.
Oh, it happened to you, didn't it?
Yeah. I'm gonna turn down my cell phone, ladies and gentlemen. What was the first band you ever you were telling me earlier? See, this is the problem with the podcast. Sometimes if my guest gets here and we have a moment to sit and chat for a minute, I always I have to go back and recap what we'd already talked about a little bit.
A whole lot of recapping,
Yeah. So the first band was what?
My first band, I can't really remember. It was with like Adam McCorkle and just who was it? But I got influenced early. It seemed like music was always around.
Right.
And my aunt played in bands, and I just come, going to practices. They were playing out, all back in the '80s during the Dynasty days, but I couldn't go to the bar. My parents would go out, and I would just babysit my little sisters,
Right on.
And but it got, I'd always go to their practice and watch them play, and.
Now, we first met right back in the Coca-Cola days, down on Riceboro Road.
Yeah, behind McDonald's across the street.
From the mall.
Just the mall.
Yeah. It was crazy. We had some really rocking nights back then.
Man, yeah, that was some good stuff going on back then, wasn't there?
Well, you were reminding me about some of that stuff, whenever you go back in your head, and you're actually thinking about it.
I used to love watching that guy, watching
Joe.
Yeah.
Well, I saw some old video from back then of Happy Bones, and I was like, dude, we sucked so bad.
You always look back and think,
I mean, but now we're not any better. I mean, no, I'm just kidding.
No, we ain't. We're not. We just learned to cover it better. We talk a good game.
So how long you been playing with or singing with Pitballs now?
A little over 3 years now. Just got a call out the blue from Clint Watts, and I guess you don't. Clint calls, I guess you wouldn't turn him down,
Right. Well, it would be wise not to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, hey, it could only help you, huh?
Right.
And it was just after 3 years I'd been playing for a while, and kind of got out, raised family and stuff, and then just got a call out of the blue and tried it out and was really unsure of it, because it's, they play every night, they're a working band, just. It's been hard work, and I surprised myself a little bit,
Right.
If I could still remember all the words to,
Yeah. Well, that's a real big issue for me personally. I'm really not good at that shit.
Man, we'll play 3 straight hours of music, within 4 hours of a night, and just try to just.
Well, then you know what that means, don't you?
What's that?
It means that you're having fucking fun.
That's absolutely.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, how long? How often do you like change the set list often, or what's going on with that?
We kind of keep a little bit of the same stuff.
Here there?
We kind of pull in some stuff and out some stuff on nights. We switch up blocks.
Well, that's the best way to do it, especially when you got to memorize the fucking lyrics.
Yeah. It seems like I do. Like I don't know. I guess I've changed a lot. I don't know but the performance we have today, but nothing different like it used to be. Now I just put myself out there. It's like, what would David Lee Roth do, or some crap like that.
Right.
I don't know. It's just a show. It's just I want to do it while I still can.
Oh yeah,
and give
absolutely.
And just put 110% into it.
Well, how long do you think you can do it?
doing all right, still all right now. Better than ever, I think.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's guys out there that, this is the beautiful thing about music. You can do it for a long, long time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, shit, I know I'm going to probably, it's a weird goal to have, but it would be nice to die on stage. Yeah. One of my all-time heroes, Mark Sandman from the band Morphine, he died on stage.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, hey, man, no better way to go. Unless you're on a motorcycle or in bed with a beautiful lady.
That's right. God bless Dimebag, huh? God, that's right.
Speaking of beautiful ladies, check out that segue. Ashlee, Starr, where did you come from?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. How long you been here?
About 2 months.
And what's your impression so far of our fair city?
Actually, I love it here. I mean, there's a lot of great people, especially musicians, just kind of getting used to the music scene and.
See, this is good. An outside perspective. Oh, yeah. This is really good.
This is a good place.
So back in New Jersey, did you listen to a lot of live music?
Not so much. There wasn't as many bands and stuff around. I mean, maybe one or two. But
now, where in New Jersey are we speaking about?
Wildwood. It's down on the shore.
So it's like country.
Jersey Shore, baby.
It's like Jersey country.
No.
That's where I was born, in the Jersey country, but it's down on the beach.
Okay, so it's hopping.
Yeah.
So why isn't there a scene there?
Mostly just because a lot of the people try and put bands together and they never really last too long because they don't try and book shows anywhere and they don't push the promoting, and so it never really works out too well.
Well, that's a tough business. I mean,
it is. It definitely is. But I mean, I've been always saying that we've got a really awesome music scene here.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And so it's just a testament to what I've been saying.
Well, she was a friend I made on at one of our shows, and we just talked and
you were like, come to Augusta.
No, well, she was looking to relocate, and she was actually thinking about moving to Atlanta area or something. And I was like, hey, Augusta's a cool place, Mm-hmm. And well, I play on the weekends and kids and everything like that. And well, fortunately, kind of not married anymore and all. So but she kind of helps me out with that because, man, it's tough out. We did 70 shows last year.
That's good though. That's awesome.
It is. It's kind of it'll beat down on you.
Oh, I know.
Whenever
whenever I was. Yeah, I can't remember. I was like 23 the year that we did like 155 shows, something like that. Okay. And I was like, that is really taxing.
Yeah.
And
it's a double-edged sword, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword, man. Yeah, It's a lot of fun.
But actually, at this point, at the level I'm at, I would like to do that again. That's maybe
fun,
not
man.
155 shows, but maybe like 111 I could do, around 2 shows a week. That would be good.
Yeah, that's kind of what we try to do, Then I was in my first band, as your first question was, I'm sorry.
All right.
It was mainly the bigger one was like Harlot. And
right. Harlot, that's right.
Yeah, and it was with my aunt and uncle, and they played with Strata, and Sean Graves played with The Edge, and this was back in the Dynasty days when, so fortunately, I've gotten to see all that, I was running lights at 15 for these bands. So I remember
the old park
I used to watch Hunter, I used to watch Hunter and Bruce Pennington and just all the old school. Paul Airwood, he was always a good friend of mine. I worked with him on the road for
You can
years.
call him that fool. Huh? You can say that fool. I didn't work with that fool.
Oh God, yeah. He taught me construction, acoustical ceilings and
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been doing that for a minute, huh?
Yeah, he used to hire all kinds of musicians up in.
I never worked with Paul, but I did. I have been on the same bill with him a few times. He's always been fun.
Yeah, he's a cool cat.
Back in the day, whenever I was younger, he loaned me his PA a few times. Just like,
hey, man.
Here, come and get it, man. Use it.
I admit, I watched him. I stole a lot of his stuff on the stage. He don't get on stage anymore.
Right.
They did have a Pit Boss reunion though.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. A bunch of them. There was about 12 people there. Old school.
That's what's up.
But you got, Chris Morgan and then Night Wolf. You remember back in the day? It was Hunter, and with Happy Bones and what was it? 420 Outback. I opened up for them a couple times. I was in a band called Gauge with Tony Reese and Joey Welch. They Sicken.
Damn, you
ever heard that band?
Yeah, you bringing it all back, man. That's crazy.
Man, I love it here, man. There's some great musicians in this.
Here. Well, that's what I always
some of the best in the world.
I try to let people know it's fucking awesome.
Oh, I mean, some of the best I think in the world are right here.
I've had a few people say it's clicky, but honestly, it's not been my experience because. Maybe it's just because me. I try to go in between all the camps.
Maybe a culture, maybe an age difference. I think because I've been in both the scenes and I know a lot of the people for a long time. Like, I saw Bruce Pennington play the other night at Mike Palmer from Crankshaft and all them guys.
I try to keep up with everything, but it's a tricky thing when you play music and you want to go see what people who are playing. And
Jeff Guthrie, he just moved to Nashville, I think.
So were you born here?
Yes.
Yeah.
St. Joseph Hospital.
Oh yeah. I was born at university.
Yeah.
What? That's what's up.
That's right.
And you love Augusta as much as I do?
Absolutely, I love Augusta.
Is there anything that you would do if you had control to change something around here?
I don't know. I think we all try to do what we can,
That's not an answer, Paul.
I mean,
for me, like for instance, the golf gardens over there, if I had my way, right, I would take that land and I would leave that infrastructure there, right? I mean, fucking leave the wall.
Ever been in there before?
And yeah, I snuck in one time.
I did too, a couple times.
Yeah, it's cool.
Pretty cool in there.
Yeah, it's awesome. I thought about going in there and like spending time to take pictures and stuff like that, but there are cameras, and I'm not sure if their cameras are activated or not.
Right.
But it freaks me out either way.
So.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going there with some silly string. I'm like, shh. Now film me more.
Well, I'm sure the way that it looks now, I don't think they want to take a camera picture of any.
Well, I would. Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, intruders. I don't know.
But it kind of looks cool back there, like zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, it does.
They should record a zombie movie back there.
Yeah, see, you could.
That'd be
right.
Cool.
I was thinking something like that, but see,
zombie
this is
rock video or something.
This is the thing, though. Okay, I would take and I would start a food forest over there. There's an acid land over there, and what a food forest is basically you grow all kinds of things naturally. You know, just let it grow. And then you go over there and you can pick from the vine whatever's right. Grab you a basket, fill your basket up.
Yeah, just pay a little bit.
You don't have to pay anything. It's free.
Really?
It's free.
Yeah. But they could pay for like the funding of it with like, hey, give us $2. Fill up this
it
basket.
Could be a donation type of situation. Yeah. I'm down with that. But what I'm saying is you have these little baskets, right? And you fill up that basket, and that's kind of your daily whatever. And then
it's nature,
and
downtown.
Then whoever wants to volunteer to help upkeep it, you see,
and then
it's a totally voluntary thing.
Yeah.
I would change that about that area over there. Also, another thing I would do is I probably take the dike out from right there past Aiken Augusta Highway.
The levee there?
Yeah, the levee.
Okay.
It's a dike.
Yeah.
Right up past Aiken Augusta Highway, you cut it out, right? All the way down to the marina.
I don't think you can cut that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. It's useless now.
Oh, is it?
Because they've already cut spots out of it, and it was back before the dam was put in. They built that dike there.
Right.
See?
Yeah, in the early 1900s.
It used to flood. It used to be a floodplain. But
I used to be fascinated when I'd see pictures like that as a kid because I grew up here. Did you grow up here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm from Grovetown originally. I grew up and raised. There was like. I grew up in a little.
Well, Lake Olmsted fucking trips me out, dude, because Lake Olmsted
that's like I think it was like they built something. I don't know. There was a creek running through there or something somewhere online, and I've seen it. And I do got pictures of it on my phone, and it's overhead aerial shots of where the ballpark is, Green Jacket Stadium.
Right.
And there used to be the DMV. That's where I got my license at when it used to be there. And
I remember that.
Yeah, this town I remember since I can remember. Kmart was the place to go on. Was it Gordon Highway? One lane road coming from Grovetown. That town had. Shoot, I remember there was only maybe just 2,000 people there.
I-520 was actually Bobby Jones Expressway. And there was no Riverwatch.
It's still Bobby Jones. There was no Bobby Jones.
Well, I mean, it's Bobby Jones. But I mean, at the same time, it's an interstate now.
Well, I remember when the road used to stop. I think I vaguely remember when the road used to stop at Peach Orchard Road, And then,
Yeah.
and then I think it got extended early, you know.
I tell people all the time
to where the airport is, what, 56?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I tell people all the time about that area out there when they're,
used to
you know,
stop
that
right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tobacco Road and Windsor Spring Road out in Hepzibah used to be nothing out there.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Used to
grew
be
up there
empty.
too. My cousin's
Empty.
from there on to Mac Lane. you
Oh
know.
yeah. No Mac Lane. I went to Hepzibah High School.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Hepzibah High School folks.
Yeah, I was from Harlem, baby.
I didn't
Harlem.
really like high school, but you know, I gave a shout out to him anyway.
Yeah.
I probably spent literally about 36 days in high school. Ladies and
hey.
gentlemen, boys and girls. You can teach yourself, damn it, on the Google. You got the Google these days.
That's
Teach
right.
yourself. You ain't got to fucking be a robot in the fucking system. Anyway, let me stop
Hey,
preaching.
I've got paper proof that I've skipped 68 days of school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you framed it because this is a
No,
part-
I just thought I was like, now I want to see somebody that missed more days than that.
Yeah.
So I just kept that.
I'm so proud. Well,
No,
see,
not proud. Not
well, see,
proud.
no,
I should, you know, really,
no,
not
I
proud at
do
all.
have
Yeah.
pride around it, and I'm sorry, kids that go to school, do what you're supposed to
Yeah,
do,
do it,
because don't
yeah.
get in trouble with your parents.
Just do what's right.
Yeah.
That's what I'd always try to do, and that's what
But-
my parents taught me was just do what's right. You know?
Well, there's a difference in doing
Well, I
what
mean-
somebody tells you is right and what's right.
Well, we're human. We're all human.
Yeah, that is true. Why do you talk to me like a politician?
Oh,
Don't
hey, no, because I don't know, man.
We're humans, sir.
Yeah.
We're all humans here.
Yes, it works.
No, but I
Make
talk.
mistakes.
I have a son, and he's 16. He'll be 17 this year. And I always try to tell him that as long as you make whatever decision with love for your fellow man and for you
Yes.
in your heart,
Yeah.
you can't make
Absolutely.
a bad decision.
That's right.
So
I
yeah,
believe that wholeheartedly.
I can
Yeah.
dig that. Now, where did you go to high school?
Harlem. Went to Harlem. A little bit in Thompson, too.
Oh yeah, my son lives in Harlem.
You know
That's
what's cool
crazy.
about that place? Man, I still got 200 friends from there that I know today. You know, you know, still around. You can talk
Yeah.
to them. You know.
Well,
And,
that's a nice, comforting thing too.
yeah. Hey, the utility bill at Harlem, my account number is like 706.
706 is my area code.
Yeah.
You got to
Mine
understand
too.
all these things.
That's easy to remember. Well,
Now-
I just say it because that's like, you know, that's a 3-digit number in Grovetown for their utility bill.
Now,
So-
have you ever do you play an instrument?
Yeah, I play a little good. Well, it's been a while. It's been guitar hit and miss. I first started playing guitar. You know, I was influenced heavily by like Metallica, Alice in Chains. You know, and of course the old school stuff. First thing I heard that, I think maybe about 12, 13. My cousin came from Texas. He comes summer every year, and that year he brought in what was it? No, it was having a brain fart. Motley Crue. It was Shout of the Devil. But it was Bang Your Head. Having a brain fart.
Quite right.
Quite right. Thank you. That's what thanks. Personal manager Ashlee Starr.
Mama,
Keeps up with my
we're
book.
all crazy
Well, the first thing I heard
now.
was
yeah.
first metal you ever heard, you know. But then I think the first live band I ever seen was Nightwolf, you know. But the first thing I heard when that was like, I want to be a drummer, you know.
Right.
And my parents were like, I don't want to hear that shit.
Now, whenever you're on stage, earlier we were talking about how like we're frontmen, so
Yeah.
like your mindset when you have to get on stage is a
Kinda
little
like putting on a
psychological
mask.
thing. Yeah.
I put on a mask.
Kind of, yeah. You have
Even
to.
more so
You
today.
have
Even
to.
even with Facebook today, and you know.
Well, you have to
all that.
really because whenever you go up there, say I had a bad day. Say I had a really shitty day, or maybe
Too
I have
bad.
bouts of insomnia.
Yeah, too bad.
And maybe I couldn't sleep the whole night before, and I have a show, and finally I feel some sleep coming on an hour before I got to be on stage. It doesn't fucking matter. You can't call in. You can't be like,
or
oh,
when you're having a bad day.
yeah, I can't do it today because I don't
Yeah.
feel like it. No.
Hey, I tell you this: if you got the opportunity, then I kind of was. Then you know, don't bitch, You know,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's what you wanted to do.
I feel blessed to be able to do it, and so the fact
sometimes
that
it is hard. It gives a psychological pull on you.
You have to like pull yourself up out of whatever bullcrap that you're dealing with, and be like, all right, I'm on stage. I leave it all behind. Bam, I'm this. I'm this person, and I literally put 104% in every time I do it.
Absolutely, I put everything I got into it. I have to
I see that whenever I see you perform too, and I appreciate that.
I try to, I was just giving what you want to see, what you think you'd want to see in a good.
Right. Well, actually, you're doing.
You want to kick ass, right?
Yeah, you want to. That's what you want to see too. You know. Yeah. So you're trying to put on a show,
and it's fun to put on a show. I love. I love
entertaining.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny, man, because like the people that are closest to me and have the opportunity to see me at my house, after I get out of the shower or whatever, and I'm always in that creative mind state, and I'm always singing, and I'm always coming up with ideas, and I'm always thinking about new skits and shit like that I can do.
Yeah, I have all kinds of crazy shit I think in my head.
Yeah, and so it's like our imaginations have to go there in order to, because if not, I might as well just lay down in the dirt and just let the earth take me back.
Yeah, just life's short, man. It's real short, and the older you get, the quicker you realize it.
Oh yeah, things are accelerating so fast. Do you feel like that? Like we had a little snowball, and we was like, go on snowball, and it started down the hill. It was slow at first, and it might have stopped a few times and sat there, and we walked up to it and was like, what you doing, snowball? And we started it again, and it started getting bigger and bigger to the point to where we didn't have to fucking push it anymore. As a matter of fact, it'd be good for us to try to keep up with that motherfucker. It feels like a runaway train.
As as you can. Oh yeah. You almost lose. I've kind of lost my head a little bit. You come like two different people doing that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's easy. It's easy to go. It's easy to go into a place where you have to stay there for long enough to where it's hard to get back out of it.
Yeah.
And I've had those moments where, and it's like it's a natural thing in those people.
Yeah.
In people like us, it's a natural thing because I've been doing it since day one. My mom and dad says that I was singing before I was able to talk.
Yeah.
And so I
have a lot of fond musical memories.
And that's the thing. You entertain your family first.
What was one of your first influences?
Actually,
what was your earliest music memory that really you could?
Man, I've said this a few times, man. It's fucking awesome. And it's a really nice thing, too, because, basically, my dad used to listen to a lot of old stuff.
Yeah.
And he turned me on to a lot of old stuff.
Yeah.
And so I would listen to everything from James Brown, which was one of my favorites, to Black Sabbath, which was one of my dad's favorites.
That's why this Augusta music scene kicks ass.
Dead. Yeah, I mean,
because when we're from here and learn and get our influence, I think we're automatically influenced by James Brown and soul. And like,
I feel like I feel like we. I think that I feel like that's why there's an energy here.
That's right.
Because there's a definite energy here to where we've all take pride in our scene, and we're like, hey, you know what? Yeah. But I would like Coco said this to me one time, and I was like, I fucking agree 122%.
Tell me.
All right. I hate it when a musician gets a little bit of notoriety and they're from Augusta, Georgia, and they say they're from Atlanta or Athens, and I'm like, really? You're from Augusta.
I think when they make it big, and I don't know because I've never been that high up or anything, but I think it'd be probably what. Maybe the record company or somebody told them that's what got to do.
Well, it may be, but kudos to Lady Antebellum, and Josh Kelly because they both claim Augusta.
I've got my mom's from here. She's back here in the day. She plays guitar, and she's knows a lot of musicians. The old school is
right,
and great. There's been generations and generations of good rock and roll in this town.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Do you remember the levee down there before they developed it? It was like walking paths all over the place.
Yeah.
My parents, what was it, the raft race? Did you ever go there?
Yeah.
All the homemade rafts, and it was like primitive out there.
Yeah.
And I think they had two big barges or something.
Yep.
Sitting out in the river with these two walkways.
Yep.
You couldn't walk on it, just burn your damn feet off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember being a little kid just watching like Mr. Fun, old school. There's just so many names, just that I've been influenced by in this town,
Well, I mean, I would also
Davison, Guthrie, Arrowwood, which all them, and they just branched off, and it was fortunately,
why did Clint not make it today and bring his bottle of liquor?
He's working out of town.
Damn it, Clint!
Yeah.
Why you gotta work?
Probably just being bitching.
Man,
Oops, sorry.
now, where all does Pit Boss go? Like, I mean, I know y'all travel a lot.
A lot around the southeastern, outside the southeastern loop of around 285 in Atlanta. You know, all them, hitting them little places. You know, and they pack them in and they love it. It's fun, man. It's
A lot of hot chicks showing their titties.
It happens, I guess.
Hell yeah, it does.
Yeah.
You're just playing a rock and roll show, goddammit.
Fuck yeah.
Now, who would be your favorite? Like right now, who are you listening to? Like if I was to go to listen to your iPod or whatever you have.
Well, I guess since I joined Pit Boss and they kind of they put it on me and they I think one of the first songs we're gonna do this Fast Way song. You remember Fast Way?
Mm-hmm.
The Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
I know you've seen that.
Uh-huh.
But they, I think it was a Fast Way song and there was a Motley Crue that come in and I was like, can you sing that? And I'm like, let's try it. I think the first time I ever, because how I used to sing, it was more of a Alice in Chains in a range, and I kind of felt like, this is my range, and I've been doing this for 20 years. I know what I could do, and just it would help me. Clinton and pushed me, Clinton, Tommy South.
Now tell us who Clint is to clear it up for anybody that doesn't know.
All right, well, Clint Watts, bass player, Pit Boss.
Yeah. And who all's in the band?
Yeah.
Give them all a shout out.
Yeah, Tommy South, Billy McCullough, Clint Watts, man. I love my brothers, man.
That's what's
fucking
up.
Cool, man. We got a good chemistry there.
We
have fun, and that's the main thing. We have fun.
Oh, that is the main thing.
And
absolutely.
Well, Tommy keeps it straight, because he's, sometimes we can hand him a shot, but
deep down inside, he's having so
he
much
keeps
fun.
it together. Hey, if it wasn't for him though, we wouldn't, do like get T-shirts made, which on behalf of the band, Tommy South and and all of us, man, check this out, man. We got some swag.
Oh, far out.
Oh
man.
yeah, Pit Boss shirt.
Cool.
So
we'll hang it up in the studio. The band that your mama had warned you about.
That's right. Now it's the band that Woody warned you about.
That's what's up. Hell yeah, we'll put that up.
Thank you.
Appreciate that, man.
But yeah, we just appreciate the support of everybody, man. We get it's fun.
Now, Ashlee, have you went and seen them play?
Yeah, that's where I actually met Paul.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. That was earlier. I'm sorry about that. So
it's a lot different though than it used to be, because I used to stand there with a guitar and it used to be more metallic.
Yeah, but now you're running around, jumping up on the monitors.
Giving
the girls kisses.
Yeah, I've been
in the front
watching.
row.
Go back to a lot of old live 80s stuff and just kind of like, what would David Lee Roth do?
Look what the cat dragged.
I forgot the fucking words.
I ain't got nobody. So David Lee Roth, huh?
Yeah, that's just this.
You remember when he came?
Around.
You remember when he came to Augusta and he came to the
I seen it. I was
and
there.
He rode the fucking big microphone.
Fuck yeah, I was there, dude.
Cinderella was with him.
Chaps.
Oh yeah, it was crazy.
You know what? That's the good approach to go. Because if you hit it, put yourself out there like that, then they're gonna always remember you.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I know it stands out in my fucking mind.
Yeah, whether you're good or bad, huh?
Right?
You suck or not.
No, I mean, it was. I mean, I'm impressed with David Lee Roth's vocals, and he's got a
live
really.
He's good. He's great. One of my favorites these days.
Well, the thing is maybe he's not my cup of tea.
Right.
But
it's not for everyone.
If you can keep your vocals up like that, then
it's hard.
Yeah.
Shouldn't smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, I've never smoked cigarettes,
I do.
and I don't know, man. I would probably have the hardest time fucking trying to sing if I did.
I've done a lot of things, bad things in my life, or naughty things. Quit them all.
Right. Now, do you still drink when you perform?
Well, yeah, I do the shots at the stage. I kind of keep I don't want to let go.
Well, that's because people
I can't let go of my
to
secrets. But yeah, I guess I'll hold a beer there, so. Because there's always the Roadhouse Blues. We got to stand on bars,
Yep.
Put on a good show. And
now, how many bars have you actually walked on while performing?
That's a good man, we've been booked straight. I think we did 67 shows last year.
Damn.
And the year before that and the year before that, you know, he joined me. He was like, get ready because this is a working band. You know, I got to call out the blue after not playing for 8 years.
That sounds like so much fun, though, to me, man. Because, you know, me being an original, I mean, like...
it was fun, man. I love being a daddy.
We do originals... being a daddy?
Yeah. I thought you were talking about... Well, no, I said... When I was, you know, married for, you know, since 03, I got, you know, married and just kind of got out of the game for a while. You know?
Yeah.
And then got that call out of the blue, you know, from Clint.
Well, now, if you were to stop doing it, you think that you'd miss it?
Absolutely. Oh yeah, yeah.
So being in a working band, and it's a lot of fun.
Well,
you always have.
At one point, I'm sure, you know, after that, because hell, I've never been in a studio. Well, I've been in a studio 2 or 3 times, maybe.
Right.
Never wrote a song.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I was about to say. Is my band's mainly original band.
Yeah, right. The great ones in this town too, man. Y'all were the stuff, man. Y'all are the stuff. Man, I love your stuff, man. I've always loved listening to it.
I appreciate it, but I wasn't trying to dig for a compliment. But
no. I'm just saying that the influence and just, you know, I'm the everybody, like, you know, 420 Outback had good stuff, and Gemini. I still have that in my phone. I listen to it. Yeah. You know. Yeah. What was it if I wasn't a peaceful man? Huh?
You know, and not to say anything bad about being an original artist. I think that being an original artist is awesome. But I mean, you know, my fucking crowd is inherently smaller, and that's because nobody knows my fucking music hardly, and I haven't released an album yet and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I always thought it'd be really cool to be in your position because you go out and you do songs that people know and everybody loves them, and you know you get that energy from people.
Yeah, I guess a lot of musicians would say it's shameless or whatever, but, you know, I guess it is, you know.
I mean, I don't give a shit what other musicians say.
I love it, man. I mean, I love original music. I like. All Good Asylum. They got some good stuff.
I was in Tommy O'D and the Survivors, and we did mostly blues covers. Yeah. So I like covers, and if you can get into playing your covers, then that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, man. I love to see bands playing originals and you know, I love seeing bands play covers.
I mean,
I think that's good entertainment.
Wouldn't you guys be considered a party band? That's why you work so fucking much.
Well, yeah, it's bars, man. Yeah. You know, that's, you know, I guess the bottom line there is you gotta make money on alcohol.
You get motherfuckers to drink motherfucking alcohol.
But I jump around a damn so much.
That's why you have to do your shots, because you have to be like, okay, I'll drink it with you.
I need something to sweat out. Yeah, come on,
drink, you know.
But I mean, I jump around so much, and you know, twirls and freaking high kicks and shit. And my hair all right, man? I don't know. It's just. How does my eyeliner look, man?
No, you're all right, man. You're all right. Everybody's friends here. We're all okay.
Oh, absolutely, man. Oh, man, got a lot of friends who make fun of me, man. But hey, I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, it's fun. You know.
No, yeah.
I do that for, you know, I'm doing that for a reason. Just step out a little bit more.
That's part of being an artist. I mean, you know, I wear this big goofy hat all the time.
Hey, I don't write bitchin' cool ass originals.
I'm like,
you know. Yeah. Oh, sweet.
See what I'm saying? I learned that yesterday.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
But and I learned it from this dude that was working with me as a stagehand, and I was like, and I forgot to ask him, how'd you learn how to do that with top hats? I mean, what the fuck?
Hey, I tried it a couple times, but no.
So, do you ever, like, have you ever had a moment on stage where you had like 104 temperature and you just had to fucking keep on pushing through, and people were giving you alcohol and you just were like, you can't drink tonight? And what do you do in those situations?
Well,
like, this is an interesting question for me. I want to know this.
Yeah. I visited Uncle Sydney on playing before back in my turn.
No shit.
A lot, actually.
I've done that before.
About a few times that year.
This is a good conversation. I like this.
But no, it was, you know.
All right. One time I did LSD, and I got on stage at the Woodstock Rock Bar, and I have to play guitar, and I'm the front man, and I got to remember all these words. Yeah. And I was just like, I'm gonna try and see if I can do it. And I literally. At one point, I looked down at my guitar, the freaking fretboard, and I was moving like this, and I started following my hand, and everything, it felt like I was still, and everything around me was moving, like I was moving the whole building.
Oh, wow.
And it distracted me so much that I was like, just dropped out of the whole song. It was just like, what the fuck? But I went right back into, I just dropped out of the lyrics and I went right back into it. And I was able to do the whole show, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get it fucking twisted.
I've got through my whole shows. Never had nothing too bad. I just remember lights in my face, just colored lights, and then I could see little shadows of people's shapes.
One time I did have one horrible experience on stage where I'd taken a whole bunch of drugs and they affected me in a diverse way that I didn't expect, and I literally could not hardly perform. And it was one time, and that was the most awful thing that ever happened to me. I was like singing about chicken wings and shit. I'm not sure.
Nice.
And it was at a wedding. It was at a wedding. And luckily it was at a friend's wedding, because he was like, "I forgive you."
Acceptable at a wedding.
Well, not when you hired.
Did you ruin the whole?
Well, we were playing for free, so
there you go.
Yeah.
Hey.
And I had to pay for gas to go all the way to Aiken. Yeah. But I was very young and dumb, and I didn't realize. I think I was hitting nitrous oxide on stage. It was not a pretty sight.
Yeah, I just remember seeing the lights, I've been quit drinking. Well, the LSD was a long time ago. That was back in your 20s and
some drugs you grow out of, man.
Yeah, 41
well,
now.
Some of us do.
Yeah.
Well, especially when you have
your moment.
responsibilities.
Well, I actually recently had my moment, and I was not on anything, and it was my second show. I was with Pit Boss, and I did a show the night before out in somewhere in the middle of country Carolina, below SRS, and I'd come back, did the show, the Rub It In front of 200 of people I've known for years out of Harlem, 200 or 300 of them, one of the biggest shows I ever did. You couldn't walk through. You ever been to the Rub It In, man, out there on the country road?
Oh, yeah.
That place in between 1 and 2.
Well, I've been meaning to go to like the Rub It Palooza or something like with because I know Jeremy Graham.
Oh, yeah, they're a great band, man.
Yeah.
Them guys are,
JGB.
Yeah.
Jeremy Graham band. Shout out, motherfuckers.
Fuck yeah. Them motherfuckers are badass.
Yeah, I love Jeremy, man.
He's got some good talent behind him,
Now, I want to get to our discussion earlier about aliens. Or not necessarily aliens, but unidentified flying objects. Because
I don't know about aliens. I've never seen one.
Now, Paul has seen some of the previous episodes where I've mentioned, or I've asked some of the guests, do you believe in aliens? Have you ever seen a spaceship? And Paul's got a good story. Hit me with that shit.
Okay. I guess we're riding down I-20 between Belly Road and Grovetown exit. Me and my buddy Dave Sproat he played bass with Pit Boss. I'm sorry. Harlot. That was my first band.
Right on.
Yeah,
Okay.
Different story.
And what was his name again?
My first band, Harlot.
No, his name.
Oh, Dave Sproat.
Dave Sproat. Okay.
Yeah, he taught me a lot, about playing. That was my first big.
So you're going down I-20.
Yeah, and
you're going towards Grovetown.
Oh yeah,
okay.
towards Grovetown, and it's the opposite side of the on our left, and there's traffic, normal amount of traffic. It's at night, just like break in the evening. And there's, I guess it's kind of triangle-ish, but it had these lights, hovering right above pine trees going down the road. And
are they colored lights?
Yeah, kind of colored like a LED type of thing. And you can see 3 prominent lights on it, and it's just kind of just hovering around. And we're like looking at my friend, he was like, "What the fuck is that shit?"
Right.
Like, no, come on, man. I don't want to be seeing. You're kind of like, I don't want to be seeing this, because you feel weird about, dude, I just saw this thing, but weird thing is like, it's got to be a chopper, it's got to be a helicopter. So we rolled on the windows, like, you could hear a chopper, and it was close. It was right above the tree.
Yeah.
And we're like, just looking at it. I don't know.
How big was it?
It was pretty big.
And it made no sound?
No sound at all. That was weird.
What the fuck?
I don't know why anybody else wouldn't have seen that shit, because other cars were there. But then you feel kind of crazy, like, all right, I know we did some LSD 2 weeks ago, but
right, this can't be
no,
that.
not really. We were straight, so we were leaving work, because he worked with Paulie. We had the musical crew,
right?
Yeah, we worked.
So, it was how big would you say, like a jumbo jet size, or
no, not that size,
like helicopter size?
A little bigger, somewhere in between, something like that.
Wow. And did the lights change colors or?
Just kind of quickly, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Like the chase scene on a good light show.
What the fuck? For real?
Yeah,
That's insane. That's awesome.
You just kind of have to consciously go, all right now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, I'm somewhat sane, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to explain that.
Have
stuff,
you ever
I don't
seen
know.
anything in the sky that you couldn't explain?
Not personally. I mean, it sounds like it'd be pretty interesting to experience, though. I mean,
Not really, because I don't know. Have you seen something?
Yes.
Have you seen,
I've seen
told
a few
Have you told
things.
your story
I've
on
seen a
here?
few
Because you
things.
don't have to explain.
I've
it.
actually told one story, but I haven't told two. I still have two that I haven't told. One of them was with my son. Now my son can corroborate this story. Jacob Tyler Wood, look that fool up on Facebook. He's my friend. Now, he and I used, I ride motorcycles, and I used to ride him.
I used to ride before I joined. I sold my bike because I had to get some stuff to be in the band.
Well,
but,
at the time,
yeah.
I didn't have any other transportation. I had him on the back of it.
Knees
And we're riding, and he was a young child.
Knees
He's
and
probably
bruises,
about
maybe?
12, 11, something
Yeah.
like that. Anyway, I rode motorcycles my whole life,
Yes,
so
me
it was
too.
totally
Love 'em.
safe.
I love
I
'em.
had my boy.
Absolutely.
Anyway, we're riding. It's a beautiful day, and there's these patches of clouds in the sky. It's a beautiful day. It's patches
Love it.
of clouds in the
It's
sky.
almost
It's
as
like
good as music.
Yes, it was like the little poofy cotton balls in the sky type of clouds,
Yeah.
scattered around.
Yeah.
Now we're riding along, and I looked up and I noticed that there was a silver disc, a small silver disc, just like going like right with us. And I thought the way that it was moving was kind of weird,
Yeah.
but because at first I was like, that's a weird looking, whatever it is, helicopter, plane, and I was like, okay. It's moving weird, and it would go from cloud to cloud. All right.
Wow.
Now, I stopped the motorcycle. No, I think I turned and I said to Jacob, I was like, Jacob, do you see that? And he's like, yeah, Daddy, I'm watching it. And he's watching it, and I'm watching it, and literally it goes behind the cloud and never comes back out. And it was just like a little silver disc. It wasn't even that big. It was the craziest shit I ever saw.
Yeah.
And I literally pulled over the motorcycle. We took off our helmets and we sat there and waited for it to come, and it never came back out.
Wow.
And so that was one of the moments that I had with, somebody that I could get something corroborated by.
Yeah.
did that make you question yourself though, seeing something like that?
Of course. I mean, I question things like craziness. Like, I think that we're in a fucking computer program.
Hey,
Like, I think we're in the
don't think
Matrix.
yeah.
I'm telling you, because just recently, and my theories are getting corroborated. I'm pretty sure that I'm manifesting my reality with my imagination, and that you're parts of my. Okay, I'm the main
Right.
character in my
Right.
movie, and I've made
And
you
this
guys
is all
co-characters.
supposed to happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
Because
and
how could so many bitching people kind of be around each other?
Yeah, and I struggle with free will,
Absolutely,
maybe there's another me on the other side at a computer
dimension.
screen, and I'm in this sim
this is
world.
how I want to live.
Yeah,
you know?
and he's making
Yeah.
me.
I'm
and,
just this nerdy kid sitting,
and he's
in
trying
my
to.
room on a computer.
It's like a
and I
sim
never leave.
program, and he's trying to build me up, and I'm like, get to it, motherfucker!
Yeah, come on, man.
But at the same time,
Yeah.
I'll be doing yoga at the river or some shit, and a fucking bird will fly past me, and I'm thinking, well, if we are in a computer program and we don't have free will, was he programmed to fly by me at that
And make you-
particular
yeah.
moment in time?
Yeah.
You
Just
know,
to throw. Now you're fucking with yourself.
Yeah, it's like, I'm
Hey,
gonna
dude.
make this fucking dove fly in your window while it's open.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me, dude? And so,
Hey, what would happen if a deer jumped out?
yeah,
God.
yeah. Let's see what happens.
How good
yeah.
are your reflexes?
And
Hey,
be careless,
yeah.
let's see if this kills him. You know?
Hey, let's go on Paul's second show with Pit Boss and let's blank out the first 5 songs in his brain. Songs he's heard for 10 years
I've
before
been singing
you.
these songs.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
sung these songs
Oh, yeah.
100 million times, and I just forgot the words.
That was happening on my second show with Pit Boss. So, when I talked to Clint on the phone out of the blue, I was married, ain't been playing and stuff, and wife called me, or Clint called me, and out of the blue, and he's like, hey man, what you think about playing? Because I think Jeff Davis had been playing, and he was, he took Paul Earwood is the first lead singer of Pit Boss, and I guess
Sure
him and
do
Clint,
know.
few of them. There's been a lot of musicians in that band. Good ones too.
Hey, but that's the way it's supposed to be.
Absolutely.
Like that's the way Happy Bones is because I've rotated through a lot of drummers before I got to Adam.
Yeah,
and
Adam's
thank
a good
goodness for
drummer.
Adam, dude.
Adam's a good drummer.
He's a good drummer.
There's a bunch of badass. Tony Reese from Sicken.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his son's playing drums.
Oh, yeah?
13-year-old son playing
Oh, that's
drums.
what's up.
Well, badass
Hell
too.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Fucking pop too, man.
You know, Ike's son
Hunter Reese
Nigel is
Hunter Reese, sorry. Hunter Reese, Tony Reese, Joey
you know,
Welch.
you know that Ike's
Sean
son
Sellers.
Nigel is fucking crazy good, dude.
Yeah?
He's good on
I'd love to
drums.
see him.
He's really badass on guitar. He can play like finger picking classical
Ike's?
style. Ike's son
Yeah.
Nigel, yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He's a great performer, man.
Yeah, I think
You
he
know?
just got in Davidson. I think he's in Davidson. I
Oh,
don't
Ike's
know.
son?
I'm
Yeah.
talking outside of my face. But
Actually, I just saw the Glitter Bone video for first
Oh,
time.
yeah?
Yeah.
man, I
I was
was.
like, oh,
love
there's
it.
Wendell.
Yeah.
There's, yeah.
I was
Oh,
in
shit,
there.
it's-
I was
yeah.
in there for a
Scott
second.
Terry, bad
Two
motherfucker.
lefties.
He's a badass too, man. Scott Terry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, Scott.
Let's go over some musicians. Who do you know, man? Let's bring some good ones, man.
Um.
I recently met Michael
Shit, I know
Batamy, man.
everybody.
That interview with Michael Batamy is great. I watched it, man. It was good
Yeah,
stuff, man.
Batamy's a good musician.
Yeah, I recently met
enjoyed
him like
watching
in November. You know.
I've been watching him from the start.
Yeah.
Him and Riley. I've been watching both of them from the start.
Well, I've been out
Riley's
of the loop for
insanely
10
good.
years. You know,
Yeah.
you've been here for 10
Yeah.
years, steady here. I moved to Savannah. You know. For,
Oh, I love
you know,
Savannah.
Raised my son Jesse was born there.
Speaking of Savannah, I want to go there soon.
Love it.
I gotta go back.
I can
soon.
tell you some cool places down there, man.
Yeah, give me a spot to
Road
go
trip.
to whenever I go back.
Have you been to the cemetery? The what is it called? Down by the
Yeah.
Thunderbolt.
Dude, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I've made some friends.
I
Down
go
there.
to a lot of those cemeteries down there.
Yeah, I love it. I used to go down there all the time. Just walk down there by the river and stuff. Beautiful place. And the
Yeah,
marshes
it's
and stuff.
beautiful. Yeah,
The,
it's great.
there's these
I think
the
about
dairy
it all
farms.
the
Have you
time.
ever seen the dairy farms down there?
Uh-uh.
You know where? What's the old cemetery? You got to go through, and then the gate looks like it's got like skulls on it, but they're really like these kind of leafy looking.
Oh,
things.
like Skidaway Island or something. Where are you
no,
talking?
not Skidaway. It's right before you get to Thunderbolt down Victory,
Oh.
and then you go. There's a Thunderbolt bridge there. You know, but to the left you go down.
Yeah, I know where you're talking
where
about.
the states are. I used to
I
live
can't
down by the
remember the name
states
of it.
down there.
Mhm. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. All them old houses, you know, and each like every other block had little squares in them. You know?
It's so much history down there.
Oh man,
And
trees are
it's-
fucking huge.
Yeah.
It looks like a what is it movie? We just watched it the other day.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Well, me
We
being
watched
a
Forrest Gump. It looks like Savannah.
Yeah, it
they
is Savannah.
recorded it there. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all there. I've been to all them places.
I
lately.
I actually
I know where the square is.
for a pirate, the Savannah's the perfect city.
Yes.
for a pirate.
Arr.
Yeah, it's awesome. I go to the pirate
up.
house and eat every time I go down there, and
Yeah.
mostly old
I
people
love
go there. But
Savannah.
that fucking food
Yeah.
is awesome, and it's expensive.
Yeah.
And there's a hole that goes down to there's like a hole that goes down to this underground tunnel that used to lead out to the ships.
Yeah.
And they used to
Well,
like.
that's the one that
get
bricked up
people
when you
dr-
come, when
Yeah.
you leave River Street. Go down there, you'll see these little arches. That's brick.
Yeah, and you go down there and they talk
She's
about
never been
how
to Savannah.
Oh, you got to go. What
Yeah,
the
we
fuck?
were talking about it the other
Definitely.
day.
I'll get a girl. You bring her. And
Manager
we'll all go.
Ashlee Starr. We'd make
We'll
a
all
road trip,
go.
man. Let's
Yeah,
get some
let's
see
do it.
people.
It's
Anybody
a-
would have come on?
It's a cultural
You know where to
road
find
trip.
us.
It's
Huh.
for educational purposes.
That's right.
We must do it. That's
Yeah.
the whole thing about
I'll be
it.
the
Yeah.
designated driver.
Now, do you have a favorite movie?
There's a couple good ones. I like let's see, Dazed and Confused, baby.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
fuck yeah.
How about a favorite band? I know that's
Favorite
like the
band.
hardest question
man.
ever in the history
I got a
of
bunch of
questions.
favorite bands. I don't know. I guess there's a bunch of reasons to have a favorite band. You know, like I guess my first musical influence would be that I can remember would be Kiss. You know, moved to Ohio in '78 and found a stack of Beatles 45s, nothing but the Beatles. I mean,
Oh,
a stack
shit,
of
that's what's
motherfuckers.
up.
Old good ones.
Oh hell yeah!
You know, my
You
dad
still
gave
got
them to
'em?
me. I played them on this little. No, I don't.
Oh man!
I played the shit out of them, man.
Oh,
Yeah, but I guess in hindsight, my dad probably should have never gave me a stack of Beatles
Right,
original
yeah.
45s. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, it was like the I
dude,
wanna hold Georgia.
Oh shit! Damn.
I guess that was probably one of my favorite, first musical influence.
Right on.
Yeah.
I have to put mine in categories like
I haven't-
favorite live band, favorite studio band.
Yeah. Well, Kiss, it was Kiss and then the Beatles, but Kiss, I didn't really see them as like a music. It was more like a superhero thing.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, Ohio in 77, 78.
I didn't like
that's
Kiss.
That's like the belt buckle, because Detroit, New York City, and then you
Right,
got
that's
Ohio.
true.
Yeah.
I didn't
I was
like
in East
Kiss
Liverpool.
until I saw Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah.
And at the end, they have that song, God gave rock and roll to you.
That's cool. Yeah.
Gave rock and roll to you. Gave rock and roll to everyone. That shit's awesome. Yeah. I was like, damn, who does that? And I found out who did it, and I was like, oh shit, now I gotta like Kiss. I like Kiss. But no,
some good stuff.
really, they had some fun.
I wish they play more than what they do on the radio. Jesus
Well, I saw,
Christ. And I hate that I played Rock and Roll All Night Party every day so many times, and it disappoints me,
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing they'll play on the radio of it.
Yeah.
That is some good stuff, like Deuce.
Yeah.
I think Gage used to start that off back in the Cocopelli days, We open up for y'all,
Yeah. Back in the Cocopelli days.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now, going back to what we were saying earlier about being in the Matrix, I have a question for you. Do you think, and I think I've asked all my guests this, do you think there's a paradigm shift going on and that people are becoming nicer in general, or is it just me?
That's a scary question for me. 'Cause, I guess, I don't know. I just kind of like, be just a different person, I don't know. That's weird to think about that because I don't know. I just do what
You have no answer.
I don't have an answer because it's,
Like you don't experience that people are being nicer, or you think it's the same as when
I've
you
had
were younger?
a chip on my shoulder a little bit, and and I guess I thought it was kind of cliquish,
Right.
And
oh, you mean like you
just
hear rumors and you believe that, like the he said she said bullshit? You can't believe that shit.
No, it ain't that at all. It's we just make what you want to happen. I don't know, and it's I don't know, man. What's in the afterlife?
I think
it has something to do with something bigger than what you really know. That's why religions are started. And back in that's why we have different religions. And I don't know. It's just
my
it's
religion
just something
is
that
free
we're
thinking.
not,
Thinking
right,
for yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm down with that.
I like
Now
it's fun to put
Ashlee,
yourself out there and just be
what do you
an
think
individual.
so far of our weather?
I'm kind of used to it from being down at the shore, but I mean, I do like it. It's a lot.
Humidity sucks.
Yeah, but being by the water, you got to get used to that, unfortunately.
Yeah, especially right here at this river plateau that we're sitting in, which I love the river. Have you been down to the rocky part of the river? Is it taking you back down to the rocky part?
I took her the other day to the spillway where the canal starts.
Oh, right.
That's beautiful out there. I love it.
Yeah, that's the rocky part where the ford starts. It used to go further up, but they put in a dike, or they put in the tow path. And that rocky part was really, really, you could get a boat up it, but I think, from what I understand, they had to build the canal so they could get all the way up the river.
Well, I think when they built the levee, I guess they built it at the same time they built the canal. That they put that big spillway thing there.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's wild how all the stuff they've done in that river. Huh?
Yeah, I know.
I
would like to see the river before it was mucked with. I would like to see it back.
That would be cool. I always was fascinated what it looked like without the water in it. Like right before they're filling it up and stuff.
Right.
I think I've seen up there at the visitor center at the dam. I think there's like a picture of the dam, but I've looked for them on the internet.
Right. There's a cool website that you can go to now. It's called like Augusta Now and Then, and it takes.
I've seen that.
It takes the new and kind of blends it in with the old and like makes a half and half picture. It's fucking awesome.
I gotta send you.
Sounds pretty cool.
I gotta get your number, but I gotta send you a picture that I have. And it's I cannot find it on the website anymore, on the internet. But it was old overhead photos of Richmond County,
Right.
And it had different dates back into the 30s.
Oh, that's
Wild
cool.
shit, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it grew a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures on there where Gordon Highway ain't there.
Yeah.
Where the Milledgeville Road was actually, I guess, 278. Or was it? No, what's the highway? Gordon Highway. Is that 278?
I don't know.
No, what is it?
The number.
It goes all the way to Atlanta, but the Gordon Highway number is
78?
78, yeah, 270. Yeah. But that was the the original way to get from Atlanta to Augusta back in the day. You know?
Right.
And yeah, man, it's amazing how it changed. You know, they actually caught a little bit of Grovetown, which is where I'm from. You know?
Oh, right on.
Yeah, so there's a
Grovetown's grown up a lot. You still living out that way?
yeah.
Holy
same
moly.
place I was growing up.
Doug
and raised.
lives out that way, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
What part of town you from?
Me?
Yeah. What side of town did you grow up on?
Blah, blah, blah. Man, my parents moved
Everywhere?
around so
Yeah.
fucking much. I've lived all over the
Yeah.
CSRA.
Okay.
But
I got family lived on all
my
parts.
favorite was always, because me and my mom and my dad lived downtown for a while,
Downtown,
right
yeah.
beside Lake Olmsted.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't really call that downtown, but I'd call
Harrisburg.
that Harrisburg.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I said
outskirts of
Harrisburg.
downtown.
Yeah.
But I mean,
My cousins are from there. The
we
Horse.
would walk down here, and
Yeah.
I would be
Oh, yeah.
young as shit. I'd be walking down here at like fucking 10 years
Hey.
old from Harrisburg
Yeah.
all the way to Broad Street.
Yeah. Well,
and
my
shit.
uncle had a transmission shop right there on that corner. Mike's transmission was there for
Yeah,
many years.
I remember that.
That's
I
my
remember
Uncle
that.
Mike, and I'd always go up there. My dad throw my bike in the back truck. My cousins lived over there. Johnny Horn, all the horns up in.
Gonna raise some
Yeah.
hell back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the
and
day.
actually, my aunt and them, Strata, that was, my aunt and uncle that I played with in Harlot, they had the band Strata, which he went on to be in The Edge, a three-piece band, that went Dynasty and stuff. But they'd play at Lake Olmsted in the, under that gazebo. What is that thing? That gazebo thing.
Yeah,
right
the
there.
gazebo, yeah.
Yeah. They
That's
used to have
still
bands
there.
they would just let
Yeah.
bands go up there and play back in the day.
Uh-huh. I remember that.
And
Yeah.
I used to go down there. The good stuff, man.
Man, I remember there was a guy, and I met somebody just recently that was in the punk band back in the day,
Yeah.
and he had went and they were there, and I was just a little kid, and he's a little bit older than me, and there was the projects right there, Olmsted
Yeah.
Projects,
Yeah.
and the kids
That's where they
came
were.
over while they were playing and fucking kept ragging on them about the music, and finally the band was like, dude, what's your problem, dude? We're just trying to have a good time, man.
Hell yeah.
And then it was like three troublemakers, and they started fighting with them.
Always
and
a
like,
troublemaker, huh?
yeah, and one of them picked up this big rock and like hit this dude in the head
Oh,
with
my
it.
God.
Yeah, and I was
Shit.
like, it was like all violent and shit, and I was like, whoa. And it was weird too, because it was a punk band, and the punk band was trying to not be provocative.
Peace, dude.
They were like, yeah. And I was like, usually you think a punk band would be like, fuck you, you fucking shit,
Fuck
right?
you, motherfucker.
Using a Cockney accent and shit. I'll fucking kill you, I'll fucking kill you. But no, they wasn't like that. They
Dress
were like,
and act tough.
peace, bro.
Yeah.
Peace. We're going to sing some, Rotten Mitchell, chicken rotten,
Piss off.
piss off.
Fuck
And it's like,
yeah.
no, peace, mate. Peace, don't hit me, bro. I'll sign that. But anyway, just recently I just, for some reason that story came up out when I was out and about, and
Yeah.
this dude was like, dude, I was in that band. And I was like, shut the fuck
Who was
up.
that? Somebody around?
Like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was, but somebody that I still see.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
love this place around here, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Downtown is like
I was gone for 10
it's
years
the
away
adult
from here,
fucking
dude.
playground,
Hell
man.
yeah.
It's
Love it.
awesome.
I was out of the scene for 10 years being married, man, and come back to
So-
see this, I was like, the only way I could keep up with anything was on local loudness. When I lived in
understand.
Savannah, I have a lot of
understand.
friends up here, and
Uh-huh.
the scene was changing, and it was, the music was changing from, the old hair metal or whatever, it was going to the grunge days. A little
True
bit
that, true
darker,
that.
Negative place.
Man, that's
little
a
bit, I
beautiful
think,
thing. You understand? I'm planning
Hey.
on this show to
Cycles, man.
to like seek out new artists and bring them in here. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna have like note to everybody. Listen up now. Soulcast@mail.com. If you want to be on the show, I'm gonna have like a day where I get like
Please do.
like 10 artists
could think
come in
of a few
here,
people you
and
should have.
bam, we knock out a bunch of songs with them, and then I'm gonna insert them in the show. And you want to be part of that?
Yeah.
You want to do that?
I don't know if I remember the words. I just do it daily. I forgot the
Now,
fucking
now
words.
does Clint write or does Pit Boss do any
Yeah,
originals? at all?
I Tommy's a drummer, bitchin' ass drummer. You know, he played many bands, played Arrowwood and shit. You know.
No,
so
I mean
he's
like
a
right
mechanic
original.
Billy does. You know,
Billy does.
he's a musician from Atlanta. Great guitar player. You see? Have you ever heard this guy play? Man, you got to, man.
I need to catch one of y'all's shows real soon.
Yeah,
it's
June 14th, Rubbapalooza.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I just said I wanted to go to Rubbapalooza.
That's
See?
why I got a manager.
That's what I'm talking about. Good job.
Manager. Fuck
Good job. Now,
helps remember that shit I forget all the damn time.
right?
Hey, pay your bills.
Yeah, well,
Hey, you need to go pay that.
it's so funny.
Oh, shit.
I got one now too.
A bill?
I'm a manager.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to
Kind
have
of help
somebody
because
to
it's
help
like,
with
hey,
those little
don't forget
things.
this, because
Yeah.
I know every time it's like, oh shit, I forget.
Well, I just recently started studying. Like, I've always been the type of person I study successful people.
Yeah.
So there's this person. He's a life coach named Brendan Berchand. Shout out to Brendan Berchand. He has a few videos where, you know, on YouTube, it's like these 10-minute little motivational speeches, right?
Yeah.
And he talks a lot about, you know, you want to kind of align yourself with what makes you happy.
Yeah.
And being an expert at something, you have to literally focus all of your energy on that one thing. And you can't be distracted by all the little things in life, you know? So the people that come into your life to help you focus on that one thing that you need to focus on and help you with that goal, then they're good people to have in your life. So
see, when you have
Ashlee,
when you have an artist state of mind, you know, it's kind of, you know, all artists, whatever you do, whether you paint or, you know, however you put out your art form, you know. You know, I look at it, I guess I look at myself more as a performer than a musician per se, you know, because I'm a lazy ass musician. That's why I became a lead singer, because I was like, oh, he's like, you're good, man. It's like, let me put this guitar down, you know.
Aren't we fucking all, man? I mean, I didn't get into playing music because I wanted to fucking lay bricks, you know.
Well, I got a chance to play with Mike Dinkins back in the day, in the early 90s, you know.
Oh,
badass
Dinkins.
fucking drummer, man.
Dinkins,
I love that guy.
He's a good guy.
Oh, yeah. He's, and we were, you know, we did covers in, you know, we did 80% Metallica, you know, but it was cool stuff. Back to the front.
So July 14th.
Yeah. He's reunited with Dinkins, actually, with the Hollywood Glampires.
Yeah, he's sitting with us for Hollywood Glampires,
Oh,
man.
when is
Jason
this?
Guy, Jason Morris.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
When is
Forrest
this?
Odom.
June the 14th. Yeah.
Damn!
Yeah, they're going to have...
this
if I
is
remember-
June the 14th.
Yeah, it's going to be
Okay.
an all-day show out at the Rub It In, you know.
Man, that sounds like so much fun. And it's on a
it is
Saturday?
fun. Yeah, they're going to have motorcycles and stuff.
Dude, I'm
you know,
going, I'm
you
going.
Please
That's
do,
what's
man.
up.
Who's playing? Sick is
Sick
playing.
Vampires.
Atomic Road with Mike Palmer, and they're a great band.
Yeah.
Dude, man, when they play some... what is it? Santana? Some Santana.
what's up.
plays. And-
Man, that sounds like fun.
Oh, yeah.
Fun.
Who else is going to be there?
Does Rub It In have food?
Vault, I don't know.
They probably
I'll
have
never
a
get a chance
grill.
to eat
They probably
there,
have a
man.
grill.
I was running late.
Fucking-
I think they do. They had one, or I don't know. You go to Stu or Rub It In staff. You know, you can find them on Facebook. you know.
Right.
They're always having bands out there. You
That's
know, they've
cool.
got good bands. And
Man,
karaoke
that sounds
and
like a
stuff,
really
you know.
fun day, too, man. I'm
Yeah,
down
we got to
with
pimp
that.
out our local
Leadfoot
spots,
and
man.
Pitbull.
Hey,
That's right.
went by Metro. Fucking love that
Metro
spot.
always gets a
Oh,
shout
yeah,
out.
my favorite place in town. Yeah.
And
But since November, I started coming back here. You know, since November.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I come back and I see a lot of old faces and meet a lot of new faces. You know, good, you know, pretty cool people, you know.
It's
They
a
kinda-
beautiful,
yeah.
it's a beautiful thing we got going on
Yes,
downtown, ladies
yes,
and gentlemen. Come
yes.
and join us down here and be part of the family.
Absolutely. I met, recently met Michael Batamy. He's one that sticks to mind.
Yeah, Michael B's good. Philip Lee's a good
Yeah,
one.
yeah, he's good too. Yeah.
I mean, we got it's
Stillview,
Jacob Bells.
yeah.
We got so many fucking awesome people. That
Chainsaw. Hey,
it's just it's insane how much talent
and even
we've
some
got
of
around
just the
here.
individual people just stick out as much as any of the musicians, great musicians we have too. They could be characters in their own. You know.
Well,
we're all characters.
Let's let everybody know where Pit Boss can be found online. Are y'all online at all?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Fucking hook it up.
www.pitbossrocks.com.
Right on.
Yeah.
And if you guys need a party
Got all your
band,
upcoming shows.
that's right.
We play all over the place, man. So
You got a calendar on there where they can see all your
Yes.
dates,
Yes,
and
we
they
do.
and also there's booking information on there where if they want to book you for a fucking party, they can. Now, do y'all
That's
ever do
right.
private
That's right.
parties and shit?
yes, we do. But
That's
you better get
awesome.
to us because
Yeah.
This
we
weekend.
stay. Yeah,
They stay fucking booked.
we about got our year already.
I think
and
you got
that's
some
what,
shows in,
May?
like November and December. I think that's the only places you have open
there's some
shows.
dates left open in November and December.
That's right. Keep up with it. That's right.
Thank you
chime
guys.
in
What?
here.
Thank you.
Well, I appreciate you guys for being here, man.
I love it here, man. I've been watching the show, man. It's
I appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you.
Awesome.
We're getting it started, man.
Yeah, man.
It's a
it's
little
an honor to
snowball.
be here,
I'm
dude.
pushing it. I'm pushing it.
Man, I got a call. I was like, wow, that's it's an honor to be here, man.
Thank you very much.
I'm flattered by it.
Well, I appreciate it. Mr. Paul Knight was with me today, and Miss Ashlee Starr was with me today, and it's been a pleasure. I want to give a shout out again to Butch Palmer at Butch Palmer Salon for making me look silky smooth. Next week, my guest will be Leonard Porkchop Zimmerman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Oh, and
excited.
I'd like to say that Rub It In, we're doing Glampires. Hollywood Glampires too with Jason Morris.
And that's Rub It Palooza.
Yeah.
June 14th at the
Hollywood
Rub It In Lounge.
Glampires, Atomic Road.
Leadfoot.
Oh yeah.
Rock
Right.
Vault
I got a
and
Leadfoot, a
Pitfall.
great band from Atlanta coming in. You know.
Hell
Good band,
yeah.
Your boy Chris Michelitis.
That's what's up.
He's badass.
And it's going to be
too.
all day long, starting at what
Yeah.
time?
1.
1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right on. Good job,
stuff.
Ashlee.
Sickin' baby.
And good job, Paul, brother.
Yeah. Thank you.
Warning, you will never be the same because you were just listening to the Soulcast with Woody Wood. We'll see you next week.
This is Paul Knight, a pit boss, and I'd like to give a shout out to Jonathan Cairo on Washington Road, 2825 Washington Road. And sorry, Jonathan, I fucked up. Didn't say anything in the interview.
Rock bottom music.
Rock bottom music, Washington Road.